Well, here it is, Monday afternoon at 5:30. The last time I talked to y'all was about 1:30 this morning. We had to get up and get started. We had a 4 a.m. delivery. The only bad thing about things like a 4 a.m. delivery is, oh yeah, just because you get there on time doesn't mean they're going to unload you on time. You could sit there for hours on end before you get loaded. And I want to give everybody a little sneak peek. Can you see? I don't know if I need to zoom this or not. But that is salt and pepper, otherwise affectionately known as Loki and Moops. Loki, which is short for Lakota, is white Great Pyrenees. The little black one is a Maltese Poodle Shih Tzu, whose name is Moops. And that is our friendly captain who flies this Land Cruiser. They just went out for a walk. We parked for the day. And yeah, they're back. So, yes, I'm parked at a TA. We waited for hours to get unloaded. Then we went to our pickup place, which was like 26 miles away. And our pickup was at 4 o'clock. Well, they weren't too bad. We were out of there by a little after 5, so that went good. And I tell you, I see trucks and trucks and trucks. And you know what? They all look the same. I don't even look at trucks anymore. I'm looking to see what they're carrying just to see if it's something unique. Like them damn pontoons the other day. That just freaked me out. And I'm going to give you a shot. See, it's the TA that we're at. And I believe this is called, I don't know, Morris, Illinois. I believe that's what it's called, is Morris, Illinois. Well, I'm going to sign off for today, and I'll catch you back tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow I'll have something exciting. What are you showing me?
Morris, Grundy, Illinois.
Oh,
Grundy's
Grundy, Illinois. Okay.
Morris, Illinois, Grundy's the county.
Grundy County. Morris, Illinois, Grundy County. Okay. Hey, look, we're making a little progress on getting this dash cleaned off. But boy, is it a work in progress. I might be back later. I might not. But I'll get this up to y'all as soon as I can. You have a good day. And if there's anything you're interested in seeing, I don't see a whole lot of like attractions or anything from the interstate. All you see is the interstate. But if you see anything or if there's anything you might like me to check out, if I can fit it into my schedule, I sure will. You know, truck drivers have such a very limited schedule. They've got X amount of time to get from A to B, and then from B to C, and then back to A. So we'll do what we can, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Hey, everybody. Jackie here. One classy redhead, but she's not so classy redhead anymore, is she? Anyways, I'm back here for the last time today. Okay, Captain, stop with the bunny ears. And I thought I'd share a little interesting trivia with y'all. Sitting here in the state of Illinois, I thought, okay, let's just educate ourselves a little bit. And I found some of the weirdest laws on the books in the state of Alabama, or in the state of Illinois, Illinois. So I thought I'd share these, and I thought that as I went along on my little trip, my journey, that I think I'm going to do this for every state. Then I might cover your state, and you might know of a crazy law that I don't know about, and you can share it with me. So here we go, the 24 weirdest laws in Illinois. Okay. I've been told not to say this one, but I'm going to put a disclaimer in there for you. Those under 21 can drink legally, but they must be enrolled in a culinary program to do so. So I'm thinking, now we know what happened to Gordon Ramsay and Paula Deen and some of those. They went to culinary school, didn't they? Okay. Number 2. In Des Plaines, wheelbarrows with for sale signs may not be chained to trees. I guess you want to sell it, but not have somebody steal it, right? I guess. And in Decatur, now this is Decatur, Illinois, not Decatur, Alabama, it's against the law to drive a car without a steering wheel. My only question is it legal to do that anywhere? Can we drive without a steering wheel? I don't know. In Joliet, now if people don't know anything about Joliet, that is where the state penitentiary is at, and that is where the Blues Brothers were supposedly at when they got released from prison in the Blues Brothers movie. Okay, but in Joliet, you must contact the police before entering the city in an automobile. So what do? Drive up to the edge of the city limits and get out and walk to the courthouse or the police station or whatever and say, hey, I'm here and I got a car, can I come in? Yeah, let's not do that, folks. In this town in Illinois called Normal, and let's face it, any place with a name like Normal, it's not. But it's against the law to urinate on a street sign in the city of Normal. You have to think, who did that they had to make that a law? You know, really. Don't ever go into a bar in Bloomington, Illinois and order a bottle of water and attempt to walk out of it. They won't let you do it. I don't know. I thought once you bought it, a bottle of water, it's disposable. It was yours, but they must think their bottles are worth really a lot and they want them back. There you go. In Galesburg, Illinois, no person may keep a smelly dog. The obvious answer to that is, if nothing else, take it outside with the hose and some shampoo, give it a bath. Now, I got a question about this one. Pam, does Jen have a license? Of course, now I know she doesn't live in Normal, which we know is not, but it's illegal to make soap in Normal unless you have a soap making license. Like I said, Normal's not. It's definitely not. In Lincoln, Illinois, you can be ticketed if you park for more than 12 inches from the curb. I thought everybody in Illinois had curb feelers. That's why they got as close as they could. I mean, that's where they started. Weren't they curb feelers? I don't know. Just saying. Mispronouncing the name of a state in Illinois in Joliet is a misdemeanor. Some people will say Joliet, and that's not how it's pronounced. It's Joliet. I know the pronunciation of these town names because this is some of my original stomping grounds. I was born and raised in Chicago, so these names are all familiar to me. If you live within 1 square mile of the downtown square in Bloomington, Illinois, you can't feed the birds. I guess they want all the birds to go to the downtown square so everybody else can feed them. But that's good if you think about it, because then all the bird poop stays in the downtown square and it's not at everybody's house. In Morton Grove, Illinois, and this was just changed in 2008 with the repeal of the law, but in Morton Grove, you could not own a handgun. And this law was enacted in 1981 and then repealed in 2008. In Galesburg, no bicyclist may practice fancy riding on any city street. Can y'all tell it's been a long day? Oh, I like this one too. I really like this one. And again, you have to wonder, who was the person that did this, that made this, that they thought they had to make this a law. There's a $1,000 fine for beating rats with baseball bats in Galesburg. If you gotta beat the rats with baseball bats, I'm not living there. Them rats are too big. They can stay there, I'll leave. In Galesburg, and you notice it's these same few towns that have these weird laws. But in Galesburg, it is illegal to burn bird feathers. I want to know who kidnapped Big Bird and started plucking him. I want to know. In Kenilworth, Illinois, a rooster must step back 300 feet from any residence if he wants to crow. I want to see which bird is going to back up and count 300 steps before he starts doing his cock-a-doodle-doo. But obviously that's what they do. They go back 300 steps. In Kirkland, bees are not allowed to fly over the village or through any of the city streets. How do they pollinate the flowers and the bushes? I don't know. If the bees can't get there, this must be rough. The captain is in here making remarks in my ear, and I'm cracking up. Sorry, folks. In Moline, ice skating during the months of June and August is prohibited. Now, they didn't say if this was on a lake or if this was at a ice skating rink. The picture that accompanies it looks like they're out on a frozen lake. I just haven't seen many frozen lakes in the middle of the summer in Illinois, so there you go. Make of that what you will. In Horner, it is against the law to use a slingshot unless you are a law enforcement officer. That must be, they must have taken up using slingshots when they weren't allowed to carry handguns for all them years, and that's when they started with the slingshots. Makes sense, right? Does for me anyhow. And in Chicago, it is forbidden to fish while you're sitting on a giraffe's neck. The only giraffes they have in Illinois, as far as I'm aware, are in Lincoln Park Zoo and Brookfield Zoo. So somebody is stealing the giraffes and taking them fishing or something. I don't know. I didn't know that a giraffe could be such a good fishing buddy, but who knows, maybe. It is illegal to hang obstructions from the rear view mirror, including fuzzy dice, air fresheners, GPS units, or anything of that nature. Kites. Now, everybody knows that Chicago has the nickname of the Windy City for a very good reason. It is very windy. But guess what? If you live in the city limits of Chicago, it don't matter how windy it gets, you can't fly your kites. You gotta go out in the suburbs someplace and try to fly a kite. Poor kids, all that good wind, and they can't even play with their kites. In Evanston, it is unlawful to change clothes in a car with the curtains drawn, except in case of fire. Well, now, if you're in your car and with the curtains drawn, you can only change clothes in there in the case of a fire. Do they mean bonfire outside? Do they mean building on fire? Do they mean the car's on fire? I mean, they need to be a little clearer with the specifications on that. And that is the last of the 24 weird laws that I could come up for Illinois. If y'all can come up with one, leave it in a comment and we'll talk about it. And you'll see me on the next stretch of the trip, and I'll be in another state. Might have gone two or try to do this for every state so we can keep everybody occupied and having fun. Until that time, we'll see y'all. We're gonna keep it between the ditches in the center of the road, between the mayo and the mustard, the white line and the yellow line. We're gonna keep it between the mayo and the mustard. We're gonna keep on running down the road, and y'all all have a good night, and we will see you next time. Bye, y'all.